it's another This Week In. If you didn't see my video yesterday or my little reel, I do have purple hair now. 1,000 subscribers, right? Anyway, I've got 3 Blu-rays here to show off to start off. Either this is the only part of the video you'll see, or I will have the time on Sunday, so the day before this comes out, to actually film what I got at the movie market at the Astor. So if you were there, which I know of the 1,000 people that have subscribed, not everyone's going to be there because not all of you live in Australia, but there was a movie market. If I have footage, it'll be in the rest of this video. If not, it'll be next week. Even if it means this video is very long. We'll start off with Watchmen. Weird choice for me to start off with, but I was buying some Blu-rays on eBay. The person just happened to have the director's cut of Watchmen, and I know I have the Ultimate Cut set, but the only version... I don't actually have the director's cut to my knowledge. I have the theatrical cut on DVD in that set. It's the lenticular set that comes with the hardcover remastered version of the graphic novel, and that's really the best reason to have the set, but at the same time it does come with the motion comic on Blu-ray, the theatrical cut on DVD, a special features disc, and the Ultimate Cut on Blu-ray. So yeah, I just don't like having to watch the Black Friday stuff. I've read the comic, it's fine to have it in the film, but it really breaks up the pacing and I don't really care for it, so I figured I'll get the, standard director's cut, which is apparently 24 minutes longer. I do like this film. I love the comic. I do like the film. I've seen the film more than I've read the comic. I've only ever read it once, but yeah, it does come with 2 discs. You get the special features and the film. Yeah, I know some people don't like Snyder, they don't like the film or whatever, but I'm also like, I don't really care. I enjoy the film, I like the show, I like the comics. I don't read any other comics that have come out since, unless it's done by the original guy, which none of them are. So, but yeah, so just an easy purchase I've been wanting to get. It was only like $20 odd, so it was nice to get it for a good price in my mind. So, yeah, I don't know. But if I would suggest the Ultimate Cut set, if you can get it of the graphic novel, because the graphic novel is fantastic. A hell of a read. So yeah, I'll show the other one that I got from that same guy in a second, because I figure I'll start with Land of the Dead. This is actually not the boring release. This is the 2-disc release from, what brand is it? Does it tell me? Fabulous Films. You can tell because it's got 2 discs with this artwork. It's got the artwork... Let me just take this. I kind of wish the artwork on both discs was actually a compilation of the other part of the image. Screw it, I'll take the artwork out. This is a very recent release. It came out I feel like 2 or 3 years ago or something. But yeah, this is the Fabulous Films release. Comes with that artwork. UK Region B, probably locked. Doesn't stipulate any other regions to it, so I just prefer the original artwork that they've got on it, also because the original artwork on this poster... I do love the artwork with just the hand grabbing onto the fence. I do like that artwork a lot. But this artwork here actually has Simon Pegg and Nick Frost on it. Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright on it, so I figure that's kind of fun. But yeah, so obviously I have if you watched yesterday's video, what I watched in September, I did go through all of the Romero zombie films. I've been doing a lot of Romero this year. A lot of times I've just been going through a bunch of catalogs from directors just to either rewatch or to actually get a fully idealized version of this. So I figured I'd watch this. I think it's Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg is that one. So yeah. I really like this film. It comes with both cuts of the film, so hence why I didn't just get the standard Australian Blu-ray for $10. I instead spent $30 odd for this to get it imported. 2 discs. I watched this too, which had the unrated version. It comes with 2 featured commentaries. When Sean Met George, a good featurette, bringing the dead to life, scenes of carnage, zombie effects from green screen to finished scene. Screen tests, zombie casting call, bringing the storyboards to life. Undead Again, the making of Land of the Dead. I watched that as well, which is a 20-odd minute long, making of documentary. It's not very long, but it does end very nicely with Romero saying how at times he wished he would still be an unknown person and just make this kind of stuff. Because obviously this is like the only big budget film he ever made, and it's still good, but because it's obviously a studio mandated big budget film, he's strapped for how much time he has to make it. It's 90 odd minutes instead of, well, this is like 93 minutes instead of what could have been a good, actually this is 97 minutes. I don't remember it being that long, but still I watched the unrated version. I wish this movie was longer. It should have been an extra 15 to 20 minutes longer to develop the world that they're living in. I don't need more of the zombies, because what we get with the zombies is perfect. I just think we need more of the humans to develop their world and whatever. So, yeah. But for that, I faulted the film. But everything else about it, I absolutely love. The zombies are great. I haven't watched disc 1 at all, which of course comes with a theatrical cut, and it comes with a bunch of interviews with actors. Theatrical trailer, Dream of the Dead documentary, Dream of the Dead audio commentary. Oh, Dream of the Dead with audio commentary. I don't know what Dream of the Dead is. I think it's some kind of fan film or feature, like some other kind of film documentary or something. So that's all on here. So if you're a fan, check it out. Good release as an overall. And last but not least, because, well, now that I've completed my Dead trilogy. My second Dead trilogy. Technically, he made 6. So I now have 7 zombie films. With 2 remakes of the 3 remakes of his films. Because this triple set pack, which does come on 3 different discs, and it comes with a sleeve. How cute is that? This contains Survival of the Dead, Romero's final film, Diary of the Dead, his second last film, and Day of the Dead. The remake by Steve Miner, was it? Or was it Cunningham? Steve Miner, the guy who directed like Friday the 13th Part 2. Yeah, they remade Day of the Dead. I think because Dawn of the Dead, the remake, was so popular, obviously with a stylized director and whatever, they're like, hey, what if we did Day of the Dead? So I think it was 2004 was both Shaun of the Dead came out and Dawn of the Dead, the remake. 2005 was Land of the Dead, I'm pretty sure. Then I think it was like 2006 was, does it tell me? 2009 Survival, 2007 is Diary, Day of the Dead came out, Diary and Day both came out in 2007. So, yeah, clearly it's like, well, if Day of the Dead did so well, let's remake Day of the Dead, even though Day of the Dead is a fucking masterpiece. I mean, both of them are. So remaking is not a great idea, but at least Dawn of the Dead's remake has a different style, which is interesting. Obviously more modern and action-packed. I still like it. I don't love it, but I like it. I will be rewatching those with the remake of Night of the Living Dead and, of course, Day of the Dead, this remake, because I want to compare all of the Dead films. I want to get through Romero's first and then see what the remakes are like. So, yeah, this has 3 different discs. You get the remake of Day of the Dead first. I believe they'll region be locked. Survival of the Dead and Diary of the Dead. I'm going to have to watch these in release order, but I will skip Day of the Dead until I've actually watched all the Romero ones. I do like how it comes with the artwork on the discs, so it can disguise the fact that this looks absolutely awful when you look at how awful those zombies look there, but then that's not bad and that's not bad, but yeah. Obviously, I have not heard any good things about these films. The only thing I've heard about Survival was actually from Romero himself, where he said that he thinks it's one of his masterpieces and he's just waiting for time to, reevaluate it. Obviously, he will never see the light of day for that because, unfortunately, he passed away. But, yeah, so that was in a Day of the Dead making of documentary thing. Let's look at this 30 years later and see how he's noticed how people have obviously come to really like it. It's become a fan favorite, despite obviously Dawn of the Dead being the absolute favorite, so it's become notarized as a masterpiece of its own right, and even he believes it should have been seen that way initially, but most people will think that their films should be seen as masterpieces to begin with. It's good. I'm keen to watch them. And look, we'll either end here and make it a short one, or we'll continue into what I got from the Astor. Alright, this is the second half of the video. Hello, it's now been a couple of days since I filmed that part. And I, of course, went to the Astor for the Film Bazaar, which was wonderful. And this whole rest of the video is just going to be talking about that. If it's long, that's just because I bought a lot of shit. I probably spent $300 to $400 there. I Actually, I can do the math while I'm talking. Let me just grab out my phone that I'm using to record my audio. First off, wonderful to see subscribers there. It was bizarre. Mitch, for one thing, who I hung out with most of the day. There was a couple others who, I don't know if I met you guys by name, but still, I mean, one of you definitely not, but so fun. It was a very weird experience for me. Obviously, I've met Rodney before, who was also there eventually, but yeah, I'm still getting used to the getting recognized, but the fact that I was immediately recognized by Mitch, excellent stuff. The fact too of like that a lot of you guys knew me and knew of like the film Bizarre and the Astor, and you know, probably not the Astor, but like, you know, Dead and DVD and Cinemaniacs because of me talking about it is really cool. It's like I like that I can have that influence on local Australian viewers. You know, it's just nice. You know, it's like I'm an Oh God, I'm an influencer. Anyway, all right. So that was really that much. Okay, 20 plus 80 plus 175, $420 on Blu-rays. Technically $390 on Blu-rays because I did spend $30 on a comic book. So yeah, I'm going to show that off too. I will show that off first. I might as well. It was the last thing I bought, but this is Kill of the Spider-Woman. The artists were actually there. I don't think I've ever met them before, but Rodney had introduced me to them. So yeah, I bought one of the comics because I figured why not, $30. It's also black and white. Let me show you a page that isn't gore-filled. There you go, there's some variation of their artwork. It's really nicely stylized. I love black and white comics. I grew up with the Walking Dead comics, so that's very graphic. Can't show that page. That's got titties. Does that have titties? No, but it does have some weird stuff in it. Some more stylizations and stuff, if you can get a perspective. Yeah, there's a lot of titties, a lot of like heavy metal level stuff, like as in the movie. But yeah, I would recommend it. Very nice art style, very nice people. Yeah, it doesn't actually. It says Bloody Gore Comics, so yeah. Does it say who does Kill of the Spider-Woman and Other Crawling Stories by Scar? Yeah, neat. I like comics like that. I'm not huge on ongoing stories. I like, you know, like if you got a 12-volume thing and 12-issue thing and you put them on one comic, easy peasy. I love that stuff. I hate ongoing comics. I just don't like having to spend money every goddamn month to read more material. It just doesn't interest me. I did that with The Walking Dead. Got tired of it. So anyway, immediately they had a goodie bag which had a bunch of vouchers and coupons and stuff. They had some stickers. This is very metallic shiny with the logo MF. Deeds Not Words. I think it's from Judge Dredd, but I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's not. Which seems kind of bizarre if it was from that. I feel like it might have been from Tammy and the T-Rex. If you know what this is, obviously people who went, let me know. It doesn't strike a familial image in my brain. So do let me know what that's from. And they did have a nice sticker for advertising the film Bizarre, if it will focus. Yeah, look at that. They really upped themselves this year. It was wonderful. Like last year was nice, but was really crowded. This year they've opened up both floors to more of an expanse and an extra room. So you had this whole extra top section that's just like for VHS. There was some stuff in the middle because it's not just Blu-rays and DVDs, VHS, Laserdisc, vinyl, figurines, a whole bunch of comics as well, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. But you got some images from some movies that they had in their umbrella goodie bag. So this is Art the Clown, you know. Really nice shot, actually. A really good thing from their limited edition set of Terrifier 2, which they had there. They had some of their limited edition sets there, which was really nice. And then there's one of this, which is a still from Old Boy, and of course the poster on the back for the new restoration. So yeah, I've got that from my Arrow video set. Okay, now we talk about the movies. What order do we go in? I'm going to save the most expensive for last. Mitch knows what it is. We shall start with the Cinemaniacs. Most of these are still mint in their plastic, so I will just kind of dive through it as we go. First up, I got Three Women, the movie I ordered from them over a month ago, but every time It didn't come in till the day after I went to pick it up, and then because I went for a screening, it wasn't there. Was like, oh, they apologized. I said it'll come in the next day, whatever. So I went 2 weeks later to get it, and they forgot to bring it. So Lee had messaged me on Facebook on Friday saying that he was ready to give it to me for Saturday screening, but I was busy on Saturday and I couldn't make the movie. So I was like, oh, I can pick it up on Sunday at the Astor. And he's like, yeah, sure, we can do that. So I got it. Thank you, finally. I'm very keen to watch this because I just haven't watched it before. So, yay, Criterion, baby. What am I going to put in the title? Criterion? Horror? 4K? I don't know. Next up, I got... This was great. Handy's choices here helping me get some extra discounts. But Return of the Night of the Living of the Dead on 4K. I do have the previous Blu-ray release. It's actually, I think it's a German release. I don't know. I'm not... Do I want to bother... Actually, I put it in my Dead collection, didn't I? It's actually up there. It's just the MGM release. But I figured, I still want this. Obviously, I feel like a lot of maybe American viewers will be like, I didn't come with the sleeve, though. And yes, sure, disappointing, but it does, of course, come with 3 discs, including the 4K UHD of the film from a new 2022 scan. The Blu-ray is a 2022 scan, and the extra Blu-ray is Returnal. It's just, they've got a work print edition. Nice. And a bunch of extra special features. Look at all that shit. I mean, look, if you know this film, you should get it. I would probably highly recommend this version. There is no reversible artwork, which I'm okay with, because I do love this artwork. But disc art, on top of disc art, on top of disc art. God, it's so punk. This film's great. If you haven't seen Return of the Living Dead, good, solid flick. I would highly recommend it. Was it Dan O'Bannon who directed it? Yeah. Good old Dan. Alright, next up, I actually will take this out of its plastic. I think I had mentioned, I don't know if you didn't see, in my previous video, which was what I watched last month in September video, I mentioned that I watched Last House on the Left for my Hooptober, which was the original version. I watched the Arrow Video 4K Steelbook, and I'd heard that recently Arrow Video had done the 4K UHD for the remake. But I'd heard that the remake, if you got the limited edition version, came with the uncut edition on Blu-ray as a bonus disc, which I have seen complaints about that as a bonus disc shouldn't be, so like if the standard edition will only come with the theatrical cut. Probably for licensing issues, like, we can only put it in the unrated cut in the limited edition version and only on Blu-ray. I don't even know if it's been remastered. But I picked up the 4K UHD limited edition version that they had at that Cinemaniacs are selling, because it came with both versions. I didn't even like the original. I don't like it at all. This one, I think, might be better. I don't know. I've heard this is a very good remake. I don't know if it's exactly the same, or if it's, in terms of narrative. If it is, then maybe the style could be done a bit better, but I don't know. Either way, I was happy enough to get it. I kind of don't want it to be as up as the original. The original one's really messed up. But, yeah, it does come with... Well, the original artwork, kind of boring, isn't it? I'll still flip it around. I've got the sleeve. See, I like Arrow Video sleeves, at least. But, yeah. So, it does come with the 2 discs, unrated version and theatrical. If you have a suggestion as to which one to watch, let me know. I won't be watching it for a while, but I do have... It does come with a booklet as well. But I have the option now. I could watch the theatrical cut on the 4K and then watch the unrated cut, because, I don't know, I might not like the unrated cut. I don't know. I really don't. It's a curious thing, in a way. Bad people hurt someone you love. How far would you go to hurt them back? Yeah, I think it's the same. I don't know. I feel like I'd heard differently that there was a House on the Left film which was about a house party, people going to a house, or something like that. Maybe they escaped to a house and people underneath the house came out and they're like, oh, maybe I was getting that confused with Hills Have Eyes. Last House on the Left is a vicious and efficient updating of the 1972 controversial graphic shop of the same name, but it's produced by its original director-producer pairing Wes Craven and Sean Cunningham. Yeah, I imagine it's the exact same film, just remade, so it'll be interesting. A nightmare is a nightmare, so Also, shout out to the fact that a lot of us were wearing Godzilla shirts, and people did notice the fact that I was wearing Rocking Fountain. One of them mentioned it because they were selling Rocking Fountain shirts, and I would have bought it, but they were all large in size, and I'm like, I'm not really a large in size kind of person. I'm a medium. Like even just like for comfort, like I could just put on a large shirt. Why not? I'm like, I don't think I could pull off a large shirt. I can hardly pull off a small shirt just for their gag. So either way, yeah. I would have, and they have one for the Blob, the remake, and I love the remake, and it looked really nice, but it's like, I don't know, it's like, again, $40, I'm like, I don't know, down from 50, they'll still sell it for 50 naturally, but if it was medium, I would have bought it. There's a lot of things like that, where it's like, I would have bought it if it benefited me more in a way. Anyway, I got the Count Yorga collection, because I was walking past the Cinemaniac section, and Lee was like, Julian, you've seen Count Yorgo before? And I'm like, no. What the fuck is that? I'd heard of it. I haven't seen it. So, yeah, it's a nice set. I will take off the J card, because I know that it will bother me eventually. But my annoyance there is the fact that there's nothing on the back. This is the limited edition version. It comes with 2K remasters of the original Count Yorga, the vampire, the vampire, and the return of Count Yorga from new 4K scans of the original. What? Brand new? Okay. So 2K scan of one film and a 4K scan of the other. Bloody weird, isn't it? Yeah, and a bunch of special features, of course. As you can see, a wall chock full of text. Lee was selling it to me. I literally asked him to sell it to me. I'm like as in pitch it, convince me to spend the money that I'm gonna fucking spend anyway. And he was saying how it basically revolutionized 70s vampire films, stylistically and narratively. So my god, look at that artwork! Holy shit! This is why I want to open this one up in particular, because this artwork looks crazy. It still says brand new 2K restoration by Arrow Films from a new 4K scan of the original. How the fuck does that work? A 2K restoration. So it's a 2K restoration. So probably because it's a Blu-ray disc, it's a 1080p, but it's from a 4K scan. I've never heard of that before. I've been buying these Blu-rays for a long goddamn time, and I've never heard of that. It does come with original artwork, which is fun, but of course I think I might. Well, actually, that's not bad, actually. That's very 70s. It's very sex comedy in a way, isn't it? Or bunch of women killing a dude. I love me some vampires. I guess. I don't know. I've never been... Every monster has its pros and cons, I used to hate witch films, and then I saw some really good witch films. I'm like, fuck, witch films are pretty good. But then they also can be really boring. It always depends. You got lobby cards, which I won't go too much into detail with, but it's mostly just shots from the movie. Is this movie in black and white? It looks like it's in black and white. Oh, that looks nice. Let me shut this off properly. Got to do a professional display. I'm professional now. I'm getting paid for this. I'm not getting paid for this. I mean, I could. I don't know. Comes with a booklet as well. How nice is that? Mistress of the Dead Master. A tale of unspeakable cravings. The most terrifying experience of your life. Well, sure, I guess. Oh, it's just a bunch of newspaper articles and stuff. Little essays and posters. All these promotional things. Yeah, it's a little promo book. That's cute. I love when they do that. I love original ads. Lobby cards I couldn't give half a crap for. But original ads, now that's fun. Because it's fun to see how they originally would sell a film, with its one sheets, its day bills, all this kind of stuff. Posters used to be fun, man. I mean, my god, this artwork is gorgeous. Look at this shit. That looks insane. Obviously, it's the same as the Blu-ray, but that looks so cool. And then you got that, and even the original artwork still looks very 70s, but fun. I dig it. It's got a good hand-drawn style. Oh, cream of the crop, my guy. This is already worth the $70. Just for the artwork alone. Noteworthy for noteworthy's sake, it does come with a booklet, which dives into, one of these films is in colour. Ho ho ho, baby. Vampire. It's been a long day, alright? Seen a lot of people. It's been fun. This is the second one. Return of Count Yorga. more stuff. More lobby cards. And a poster. So, same stuff through here. There's so many lobby cards. Holy crap. I don't know why there are so many lobby cards. But hey, look, for a limited edition set, you know, when you ask for a bang for your buck, you're going to get bang for your buck. I gotta be honest, I really love these original posters as well. Look at how crazy that is. I know it's still got the disc case stuff, but like, that's goofy as hell. I'm gonna get the poster out, see what it looks like on big. I hate when they do this. I hate when they actually have good artwork. It's like, shit, got good original artwork and good new artwork. I don't know. I feel like the person who did this artwork was the same person who did, does it say reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Heather Vaughan? If that was the person who did the Eureka Mothra set, I don't know, maybe this feels like a mixture of the Eureka Mothra set and the American Werewolf in London set. So, and that was an Arrow Video one, so if it was the same person, credit where credit's due. This shit looks nice. I love the style, the sketching work. It looks grouse. That's an Australian word for banging. That looks cool. Look at how crazy that is. Oh, wow. You know, if a poster can sell you on a movie, I would be Roger Corman. Okay, now we get into some boring stuff before we get into the good stuff again. So for 10 bucks, I bought the Sword in the Stone. I figured, look, they had it there, mint condition. Look, it's even from Big W. Haha. But live big for less. Yeah, the digital. Oh my god. Oh, that looks embarrassing. Immediately. Sorry, let me just. I know this is a really bad transfer. The factor of having it is mostly why I wanted to have it without paying Disney or anyone. And $10 is okay in my book. Look at the contrast. You go like, this is the original, and now you can't see shit. God. I mean, part of him pops out more. Maybe it's just a bad negative or a bad positive that they're looking at. That's such a weird contrast. That looks bad. But I love this film. I've always loved it. I was talking with Phil about it as well. It was like him and I were like, this is like one of our favorite Disney films. So that and Jungle Book. Turns out Phil and I have good taste in Disney films as well. Who'd have thought? Because I saw Phil and Katie there. They're great, you know, wonderful people. I got this as well because I had a $20 note. I figured I'd spend it. Muppet Treasure Island, the Great Muppet Caper. I know nothing about these movies. Is the Muppet Caper the one where he rides on a bike? Like, you can see him just going down like a Kermit on a bicycle. I've seen that on Twitter recently. People going crazy about it. Like, oh my god, they could do this? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. In terms of special features, there ain't too much. The Sword in the Stone has alternate opening, A Night for a Day, Brave Little Tailor, Music Magic, The Sherman Brothers, All About Magic, sing along with the movie. Oh, right, I'm 12. No, 3. The Muppets one has Froggy sing along. Yikes. The Tale of the Story Beyond the Tale. Tales and tales and story and tales and tales and tales. Tale. He's got a tail. Someone's got a tail in this. I don't know. Let the Good Shine Out music video and audio commentary. So yeah, I gotta get the other Muppet films. What other good Muppet films are there? I know there's the Christmas Carol one. I watched that last year on Disney Plus. That was good. But I feel like there's like the original Muppets movie. There's like stuff like that I need to watch still. I probably watched as a kid, but you know. Anyway, back to the horror movies. The fun part. Okay, we got the Toolbox Murders. This guy had a bunch of these 88 film slasher labeled ones. This was $40. If it was $30, I would have bought 2. I could have tried to bargain with the guy, but I'm like, I don't really care. You know, he had like the House on Sorority Row and like this drive-in murder one or whatever. So it's like all these like, you know, 80 slasher films. But this one I'd heard of, Toolbox Murders. And it's from a 2017 4K transfer from Positive Elements in the original theatrical ratio. Additional expert color correction, uncompressed 5.1 and 2.0 stereo. Subtitles, you get a actor remembers the movie, an interview of another actor. Audio commentary with slasher expert and author of Teenage Wasteland Justin Kurzweil, moderated by Callum Waddell. And Toolbox Murder theatrical trailer, reversible sleeve of the original red quad poster. Let's take a look at that red quad. Let me show you the back here. Not too graphic, but You know, I like me some slasher films. Disc artwork is nice. Hey, it's the same as the other. Oh, okay. It's the exact same artwork. It's just in red. I gotta be honest, that's kind of dope. Like the white's nice. It's got a very kind of like a 80s Jello feel, but this has like a proper like 70s style. Well, actually, this is the 70s. It's 1978. Holy shit! I didn't even realize that. God, same year as Halloween. They had I had no idea. Who'd have thought? I think there was something on this. Yeah, talking about. Hold on, let me fold this out. That looks much better. Look at how prominent that looks. That looks gorgeous. With the red case, it really works. Never released uncut in the UK before. Toolbox Motor stars legendary Cameron Mitchell from Blood and Black Lace, which I watched recently, as the killer, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Banned as a video nasty in the UK, Toolbox Motors would be remade by legendary Toby Hooper. Okay, there were two versions of Toolbox Motors. Interesting. In 2004, but nothing beats the original Nightmare, along with Halloween, heralded a new era for slice and dice madness in the late 70s. So yeah, I did not know Toby Hooper did a remake of this. I'm really that out of touch, aren't I? Anyway, alright, there's a bit of a story in this one. So I had spent the $5 in coin I had to get into the place. Then I spent $20 on those two Disney DVDs, went upstairs, and someone had one film for $5 that happened to be one I really wanted, and they only took cash, and I didn't have any cash left. So I was like, alright, put it on. Like, I was like, well, whatever, I'll maybe come back. And so Mitch, who I was with, suggested we go to the Coles. They had a service station, petrol station, gas station. I'm trying to translate. And so they, I was like, all right. So I went back to the guy, tell him, put it on hold, whatever. Went down, went across the street. The ATM not working. The guy at the cash register did not let me exchange money. So he's like, no, we don't do that here. I'm like, seriously? And he's like, yeah, we don't do that. I'm like, but your ATM's, who cares? So we gave up, whatever. Mitch had a great idea. We went back in because there was someone operating the booth so you can get a stamp, which mine is mostly washed off now, to get in, which happened to be Joel's dad, apparently. Mitch knew, which was kind of cool. I was like, okay, whatever, but that's nice. Have formally met Joel now from Dead and DVD. I just figured that's cool, because these people are nice. It's nice to know who you're buying shit from, because these people are good community. And so we asked the guys, like, oh, we need $5. Are we able to, I could, tap and pay the guy $5 because he had a tap and pay, but also accepted cash and coin. He had a plethora of coin in front of him, and we could exchange it for $5. And he's like, yeah, sure. And of course we explained it was for the guy upstairs, whatever. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. So we did that, got $5, and I got for $5 Frankenstein Created Woman in second-hand copy, special edition double play. One of the classic Hammer horror films, apparently one of the really good Frankenstein movies, that we saw a trailer for during Bride of Frankenstein, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I figured I'd get this. It comes with a special feature wise. You get a featurette about Hammer Glamour with a U in it. Wow, look at that, correct spelling. Commentary featuring Derek Ford, Robert Morris, and Jonathan Rigby, animated picture gallery. So yeah, it's interesting. The duration of the DVD is 84 minutes, but the Blu-ray is 85 minutes. Curious. But yeah, nothing too special about the insides. The discs are upside down, but a lot of butters. But yeah, good. I'm happy I got it. It's always fun to have the story to tell. That's always good. But yeah, I just remembered because last year it was like, oh, there's this one person who I'm pretty sure was there again this year who had Christian Black Lagoon stuff, but I couldn't be bothered buying anything, so I didn't. But they only accepted cash last year, and I was like, in this economy, what the hell are you doing? The amount of sales you're restricting yourself by. Either way, even though I had brought cash, I used it on other things that I probably didn't need to use cash for. So if I hadn't have spent the $5 to get in on coin, I could have not had this issue. But who has foresight these days? Anyway, Monster Fest had a booth, so I bought Maniac, which I hear is very gnarly. I've seen the original though, and I do like the original. It's very interesting. And of course Elijah Wood doing a horror remake is usually pretty fun. It has some interviews as well of the cast and writer and director. So, Alexandre Aja, I know that name. I don't know Frank Colfin, so interesting stuff. But yeah, so that was a $10 purchase from Monster Fest, which there is a Monster Fest coming up in October. If you're in Australia, go. I don't know. I'm not. I can shout proclamities if I want, and by that I mean like promotional tie-ins. I'm not getting paid. Nah, they just mentioned that they've got Monster Fest coming up on in 2 weeks time or a week and a half or something. I think it was the 12th through to the 15th in the middle of October. Peak time to do Monster Fest. I don't know if I'll go. I never really go to movie fests. It's not my thing. I have been to some before. I went to the Monster Fest a couple years back, and it's fun. It's still nice, but I'm just not really that kind of person because I don't have the time all the time. So I got work. I've got shit on. But still, I love buying stuff from them. I like the movies that they actually produced themselves as Blu-ray features. They had Raw, which is my favorite French horror film. They didn't have the Blu-ray, but they did have the DVD, but I've got the Blu-ray, so it's all good. But they had this one called The Editor, which just sounded like a fun slasher throwback, because it is a slasher throwback. It was done in 2015, but it's a very Giallo-inspired. It has a bunch of bonus content in terms of that, if you want to pause it and read it as best you can. So yeah, but yeah, 95-minute long. Comes with audio commentary, behind the scenes featurette, a bunch of other stuff, deleted scenes. Slipcover. No. Is there alternative artwork? There is alternative artwork. Oh, it's in Italian. What? No, is that that's not Italian. That's German, isn't it? It just says "Il Editor." Un film de Astron 6. That's kind of kooky. I mean, there's no difference, so I'm going to flip the artwork around anyway, but it really emphasizes the artwork more, which is quite nice. It's very stylized artwork. That's weird. Why is it in German? You'd think it Italian, or maybe, because, inspired by Giallos, but, Sometimes my voice sounds very hearse. Giallos. Un film de Astron 6. Il Editor. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the benefit of having a sleeve if you have alternate artwork. I figured it was $10. Why not? I've never heard of it before, so I'll get what I can get. And it's bloody and gory and high-impact sexualized violence and blood and gore. Oh, joy, oh, joy, oh, joy. Alright, now we get to the pinnacle. Not really, but it's just more fun stuff. It's all fun stuff, and yes, I did hear that my hair isn't as colourful in this light. In natural light, it looks a lot better. It's very purple. I went to Dead End DVD's booth and I bought a bunch of Blu-rays. So, first up, we start with Shin Ultraman. I've heard some concerns about the subtitles, so I might have to look into that. But I figured I'd buy it anyway. $35 is pretty damn good. It's alright for what comes with a trailer, image slideshow, original Japanese 5.1, optional English version 2.0 and 5.0. 5.1. But yeah, so it's still got subtitles, made in Canada, all regions. I mostly wanted to get it because I really like Masami Nagasawa. That's really all I had for it. It's I like Masami Nagasawa, I'll take what I can get. So, yeah, Shin Ultraman. I've never seen anything Ultraman before. I think my friend of mine has watched it and said that it was okay. You compare it to, Shin Godzilla, and it's well, obviously Shin Godzilla is just, really well done, whereas Shin Ultraman, I think, was a little dull. What was the other one? Kamen Rider? I was going to say Kamen Rider. I think it's Kamen Rider, but Kamen. I think they've got a Shin version of that as well. I've heard good things about that one, so yeah. This was the only other film that I wanted to get, and luckily Joel had 2 copies left, and it was $20, which is a bargain, because it is Franken goddamn hooker. I thought this was a 4K scan. I am mistaken. It's just a high-definition Blu-ray presentation of the film, with original uncompressed PCM mono audio, exclusive audio commentaries. This one is very fun. I watched this with Phil and Katie. They introduced it to me and Helene a few weeks ago. It was wonderful, and because I saw that Dead and DVD were going to sell it, they had a teaser image of what they were selling, and they had a copy of this in the image that I immediately was like, I want to get Frankenhooker. This is a really fun movie. I watched it last month. I gave it 5 stars last time. It's a stellar film. It is so funny. It is very, very insane. I mean, the disc artwork is like from the Japanese art, which is incredible. Do I want to go over the original artwork? Oh, the original artwork's really fun. I like how it's all different artwork. Like, you got that artwork there, which is really nice. You got that artwork there, which is really nice. It's very kooky. I think I'll go with the artwork's great. I'll go with the original artwork. Because I just love it. I love the, obviously, Reanimator style and everything. It's great. It's such a funny movie that I highly recommend. It is on the Criterion channel this month. If you are subscribed, check it out. If you don't know how to subscribe, I will just say, for at least Australian people, I think you can do it in other countries as well, get a VPN, sign up, and then cancel the VPN subscription, and you're all good. You don't actually need a VPN to keep resubscribing or to go onto the website, because all you need is a membership, and the only way to get a membership is through a VPN. So, I don't know, watch a YouTuber who gets sponsored by VPNs, obviously not me, and then use their code, because at least they're getting some profit out of it. That's how I did it. That was worth it, I think. I don't know, they got paid, I think. I don't bloody know. To my knowledge, they did. Anyway, second last but not least, for $55 apparently, but I was okay with it because I've never seen it before. Night of the Comet. I've heard very good things. I think it's like zombie aliens or something. I don't know, and I'm really, really interested because I'm like, it's really fun. It's just like, this is what I've been waiting all month for. Not this, but like this as a whole thing. The fact that I've basically only bought like 4 or 5 Blu-rays. Less than 10 for sure, just because I want to save up for this. And yeah, sure, I still spent $390 on Blu-rays, but at the same time, I don't see that as a bad thing, because I got $370 for filming 10 hours of basketball, so I'm like, cool. Anyway, so yeah, I think this is, oh, there we go. Really had to wait for that to clip open, didn't I? Nice artwork. Interesting artwork. Blu-ray and 4K UHD. No alternate artwork, so much like the Return of the Living Dead release. So yeah, it's actually a sturdy case, which is interesting for a thinner, Scream Factory edition. But yeah, 4K scan for both versions, and a slew of special features. I don't really want to spoil it for myself. I kind of want to go in a bit more blind, but trust me, this last one, I'm not going in blind. Lucky last. My most expensive purchase of the night, $75. But at the same time, I spent the same on a Roadhouse, but that was probably much more worth the money. I bought Killer fucking Condom. This is the Vinegar Syndrome release. It has a condom on the back. It is that word that means shiny. This is a hell of a release. Obviously, oh my god, I didn't even notice the spine. The spine is just a really big condom. Oh my god, it's got little teeth. I never noticed that. That's. But then you slide this out. This is the funniest purchase I've had. This is the second funniest purchase behind Bad Pussy. And it looks like this. This is when you have just the most fun with a release you could possibly have. Oh my god, these penises on the floor. Oh my god, this is gonna be so funny to watch. And guess what? It's a 4K UHD. Oh my god. Sometimes we just have fun here. I did do a video recently where I did have Killer Condom in the thumbnail. The whole idea being like, there are restorations that, if not for them, people would never hear about these films. So, main props to Vinegar Syndrome for making a lot of people be like, hey, my weird films are normalized now. Hey. Also for people who grew up in like the 70s and 80s who had to like go through like bootlegs and whatever they had to do for getting films like this, like the VHS or whatever, the video nasties and all that jazz. Like, that's a time period I'll never experience, obviously, unless a time machine happens and I decide to go to the 80s, which sounds like a terrible idea. Anyway, we got Killer Condom now. It's nice artwork, actually, surprisingly. Like, I like how with their main body of art, it actually looks really nice. And it comes with 3 discs, and a Blu-ray, and an extra Blu-ray disc, which I think it just says disc 2. Any alternate artwork? Yes, it is the green artwork that actually matches. You know what? I'm gonna use this artwork. I do like this artwork quite a lot, but I mean, it is on the main sleeve, so they're both on both sleeves. It doesn't really matter, does it? You know, it's my Blu-ray. It doesn't matter at all. And also the disc arts, emphasizing the main artwork from the front of the set. I don't even know if that's original artwork or not. I don't know which one's original, which one's not. Do you think you could sell a movie with this green artwork here? You could try, I guess. But yeah, so it's region A for the Blu-ray disc. Yeah, that looks good. I like too, because the spine is just a bunch of little condoms, if you autofocus. Anyway, little squiggles. So this is 4K UHD, contains the 118-minute long director's cut presented in HDR with newly restored from its 35mm original camera negative, with the following sound options: original 2.0 German stereo. It's German. I don't know if that whisper picked up over the mic. Anyway, with optional newly translated English subtitles and brand new commentary track with co-writer and director Martin Waltz. Waltz? There's no T in there. And special effects supervisor George Buttergeet. Man, my German not happening today. There also includes 2 Blu-ray discs. The first disc, everything on the UHD, plus some extra special features, and then Blu-ray disc 1 contains everything on the UHD plus some extra special features, including new interviews and stuff. Blu-ray disc contains the 108-minute long theatrical cut, newly restored, with 5.1 German and 2.0 stereo soundtracks, and a lot of other special features. Like, I say a lot, I mean a lot. That's a chock-a-block full. Let me give you a freeze frame there. Look at all that stuff. That's insane. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. That is everything. My God. Okay. I don't have many more movies coming in mail, so I know I probably mention this every week. I don't know what's coming in. I don't. Now it's officially come to the point where all I have is my Exorcist pre-order from Dead End DVD, which is meant to come out at the end of the month, so I probably won't even get that till November. That's the Steelbook edition. And the Psycho 4K set from Arrow Video, which is coming from the Cinemaniacs, which is a birthday gift for myself. So, from my parents. So, I'll have to convince them to give me $120, but that's okay. I've already ordered it. And it's got a sleeve and everything. It looks incredible. I saw Mid-Level Media's video on it. I'm like, man, this set looks amazing. So yeah, I'll be doing a video about that soon. So yeah, I think that's it. You got your zombie films, you got your Watchmen, you got all this stuff. Cool. Well, I had a fantastic weekend. I don't know if there'll be a video next week, because I, again, don't imagine, unless I buy a documentary I'm thinking of getting from Friday the 13th. What's the documentary called? Camp Crystal Lake Memories, or Crystal Lake Memories. Let me know if it's good. If you have seen it, let me know, because I'm very curious to get it. But in terms of... I've got that already. Oh, actually, okay. So I do have more coming in from Rucking Fulton whenever they ship my Cronenberg set. But I do have a limited edition DVD set coming in. Should be coming in next week. So that'll be a solo video most likely, like for next week, just on one thing, but it'll be an unboxing video because it's the only thing that's intended to come in, and that one I'm really interested in. So yeah, okay, well, this has been fantastic. Again, thanks for watching. Thank you to those who said hello today. It was wonderful chatting with y'all, and hanging out with Mitch. It's good. It's so nice, but it's also nice that we're all just movie people. We all just like movies. You know, it's cool. Let me know if you went to the movie market, what you got down below. Obviously, Mitch, you got It Follows. Banger set from Second Sight. So, yeah. So let me know what you got down below, especially if you got anything more, Mitch, as well. I'm pointing you out in particular, because just in case you got anything else after we say goodbye. So, everyone else who's there, for those who went, let me know what you got. And, yeah. Thanks for watching. Yeah, it's cool. This was exactly what I wanted. I didn't expect to meet people who were subscribed, but the fact that there were at least 3 of you was like really nice, because it's like, hey, 3 of 1,000. What are those odds? Technically 4 if you include Rodney. Technically 5 if you include, or 6 if you include Phil and Katie, but I don't know if they're actually subscribed. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, so it's cool. Alright, so thanks. I do also have a interview coming out soon. I don't know, I just filmed it yesterday. It was like 2 hours long, with a high school friend of mine who is a really talented artist. So that'll be coming out soon as well. I've got a video coming about Futurama, bunch of stuff talking about horror films. It's October, it's spooky month now. Most of my videos this month will be about horror stuff, or at least I will endeavour to do so, even if they're really short and stupid. You'll see one of them is short and stupid. So yeah, and I'll do a Hooptober video as well, because I'll have finished that before the month's over, so that'll be interesting. I want to kind of like take a look at that from a constructive point of view. Cool. Alright, that's all. Also, my birthday's this month, so yeah. October's a big month for me, and I've only just touched the surface of it. It's gonna be great. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, with whatever other videos come out this month, week, everything. Bye! See you next time.